This is probably take 500 because I say all the wrong words when I'm talking to Hulleman from Tecnau. But nevertheless, Hulleman, it's great to see you.
Great to see you as well, Morten.
Last time we saw each other, I think that was in Spain with Hulleman for the Tecnau Spring Forward event.
We did a nice event there, yeah.
I mean, the entire event was fantastic. When we were visiting customers, and I know that you visit customers, of course, but how was it to do like things like this, because it's a little bit different from normal things, right?
It was great to do, and it was also, like you said, unnormal for me. I'm not that used to being on camera, and what for me was quite nice to see how the customer reacted on that, and they felt very proud to show their shop and show their production and explain what they were doing. They were quite open, even though they had some issues with the English and everything, but it was fun to do, and they loved it, and it turned out to be a very successful event overall.
And I would say very educational, because I mean, I think that when we look at Tecnau, I mean, I spoke to last week we had our the finishing line event where I had the pleasure of both Robert and Scott.
Yeah.
And when we talk about, for example, the Revolution 50 series, it's a quite advanced piece of technology, right?
It is, and it is doing quite well in the market now, actually. So it really has arrived in the market. People understand the difference between the Revolution 50 series and what it brings to the customers, really, in high-end productivity, high speed, reliability, the Tecnau Connect software that we have with it. And yeah, it's great to have that line in places like in Europe.
One of the KPIs you spoke about during the meeting we had, not the meeting, but the filming we did with Hulleman, was also that one of the things that differentiates you in the market is also that you have a long service history also on the older equipment, and you keep developing on them.
And this is a good example. We are here obviously at Horizon, and we have the 20 series here. It's been here for a while, and the funny thing here is that the line that you see behind me has been here connected to the Horizon stitch liner for a while, for a number of years, and now we've actually taken it from the stitch liner and connected it to the binding line. So it's very versatile, and it's still the 20 series, not the Revolution 50.
And which is also interesting for me to see is that, you know, when you look, it's a very long binding line here basically, but it has like the unwinder, it comes, and then there's like the cut stacker, and then you have the robot that basically take off the book blocks before it goes into the Horizon equipment. That kind of partnership in the binding industry and on the side that Tecnau is interested in, is that something that is quite common, or?
It's getting more common, let's say like this. It's not, I don't think we have too many installations like that yet. We obviously also, as you know, Tecnau have their own binding solution, the Libre 800.
Of course you had to mention that, of course.
I had to mention it. It's different than what Horizon offers.
I'm just joking with you, you know
but
that.
It's good to have the both options, actually. Interesting fact here is that we have, in a number of countries, the Horizon dealer is actually also the Tecnau dealer. Oh. So there is a little bit of overlap here and there, but it's different solutions, and it adds, I mean, the Libre 800 maybe goes into specific niches. So it's good to have this relationship with Horizon, and also to show that we can actually integrate our cut stack line with their binding solution.
Interesting for a couple of reasons. One of them is obviously that when you look at the need from the PSPs, right? They need to have the equipment that fit the kind of applications they have, and it would be a strange situation that they want your unbinders and they want their binders, but they couldn't work together, right? That would make sense.
I think that makes this market interesting. I think we had a discussion before also in relation to the different printer partners, but we have the same nowadays with the different finishing partners. We try to be flexible and versatile. Not always that easy, because there's lots of choices there, but that makes life interesting, and I think for the customer in the end, they need to have that trust that we connect, and that if anything goes wrong, we don't start pointing, but we solve the issue.
Also for another reason, because one of the buzzwords, and not just the buzzword, but like really important these days, is of course the workflow automation. And if you want to really automate your print shop, you need to have that collaboration between all the devices in your factory, basically, right?
Yeah, and in that, I mean, from Tecnau we have our Tecnau Connect software, obviously, so we can monitor and collect a lot of data on the production, and the customer can see this real life at his desk or when he's traveling, wherever. It's on a web server, so that helps a lot to monitor your production, and obviously also we try to connect that with other pieces of equipment as well.
So obviously you're here because you can show the equipment and how it integrates. I take you also here because there is a potential of getting new customers. How has it been for you guys?
It's been good, especially today is quite busy. Yesterday was a very, very good day also. So yeah, we meet a lot of new people.
So it is worth your time, you say?
It's definitely worth the time. Otherwise, we wouldn't be here either.
Fantastic. I'm Jan. Great to talk to you.
Nice speaking to you again.